Next, let's talk about traveling secure and what that really means. What sort of things should we do before we go on a trip to make sure that our data and our devices remain secure and protected at all times? Number one, before we go, we need to make sure that all of our software has been updated. Whether it's laptops, whether it's cell phones, mobile devices, oftentimes vendors will put out security patches that fix certain vulnerabilities. And we want to make sure that as we're exposing ourselves to greater risk, that our device is fully protected. Next, we want to keep it locked. We want to make sure that if we're not in possession of our device, that our device is locked and secured. One of the biggest risks that people have when they're traveling is that they get comfortable, they set a device down, and it only takes a few seconds to launch various types of attack where people could now steal your information and steal your data. After that, we want to make sure that we maybe get a travel phone. If we know we're going to be conducting sensitive business while we're on travel, having a separate phone that's used for that particular time is probably a good idea. We could do the same thing with an email. We can have a special email account set up during that time as well. Additionally, we want to turn off our home network. If we're not going to be home and no one should be connected to our network, we probably want to turn it off. That way people can't come and get on your Wi-Fi or launch attacks against your Wi-Fi if it's not even enabled. And so probably a good idea. Finally, we want to back up all of our information. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they go on these wonderful trips, take all these pictures, have all these great memories, and they don't back up the data. And whether it's personal information or business information, it is critical that we have a good backup of that information and that we're backing it up either to a local hard drive or putting it up in the cloud. One way or another, we need to have at least a secondary copy of all of our critical data.